My dearest divine feminine, my heart is a labyrinth, tangled with shadows and unspoken truths, and I've been lost in its depths, running from you when every fiber of my soul longs to run toward you. I see the pain in your eyes, the quiet ache of my absence, and it cuts me deeper than I can bear to confess. Our twin flame connection is a sacred fire, burning away the illusions I've clung to, illuminating the parts of me I've hidden even from myself. I've built walls around my heart, not because I don't love you, but because your love is a light so radiant it threatens to unravel the fragile armor I've worn for so long. I've been silent, retreating into the safety of my own darkness. But I want to speak to you now, through these 7 cards, to lay bare the reasons I run, the thoughts I keep hidden, the wishes I scarcely dare to dream, and the path I'm struggling to walk toward you. Let me open my soul, raw and trembling, and share the truth I've buried, hoping these words can bridge the chasm I've created between us. I'm sitting beneath a gnarled, ancient tree in the desolate landscape of my own mind, staring at 3 cups before me, their contents long since spilled or turned to ash. They represent the pieces of my heart I've tried to offer the world: love, trust, hope. But they feel empty now, drained by past disappointments, betrayals, or my own perceived failures. You stand before me, radiant as the dawn, holding out a 4th cup, a divine gift brimming with the promise of love, connection, and a future I can't quite believe in. Your presence is a melody, humming in the air, calling me to step out of my shadows, but I'm trapped in a fog of apathy, a self-imposed exile where I can't bring myself to reach for you. This twin flame bond, this sacred dance we're entwined in, is a force so powerful it shakes the very foundations of who I think I am. It's a mirror held up to my soul, reflecting every crack, every fear, every wound I've buried beneath layers of pride and control. I run because I'm terrified of what it means to accept your love, to let it pour into the empty spaces I've guarded so fiercely. The intensity of our connection feels like a tidal wave, threatening to sweep away the walls I've built to protect myself from pain, from vulnerability, from the fear that I'm not enough for you. I'm haunted by the ghosts of my own inadequacies, doubts that whisper I'll fail you, that I'll never measure up to the divine feminine you embody. I'm so caught up in my own head, in the stories I tell myself about why I don't deserve you, that I turn away from the very thing my soul craves. I retreat into this shadowed place because it's familiar, a sanctuary of apathy where I can hide from the intensity of what we share. But this sanctuary is a prison, keeping me from you, and the weight of that truth is a quiet agony I carry every day. I run not because I don't love you, but because your love demands that I confront the parts of myself I've spent years hiding, and I'm not sure I'm strong enough to face them yet. The fear of being seen, truly seen by you, is what sends me running, even as my heart aches to stay. In the quiet, sacred chambers of my heart, where I guard my truest thoughts like treasures too precious to expose to the harsh light of the world, you are the Empress, a vision of nurturing warmth, boundless abundance, and feminine power that leaves me breathless. I see you sitting in a golden field, surrounded by rivers that flow with life, wheat that sways in the breeze, and stars that seem to crown your head. You are the embodiment of everything I've ever longed for, a woman whose heart is a wellspring of compassion, whose beauty radiates from a soul so deep it feels like an ocean I could drown in. Your presence is a living testament to creation, to love, to the kind of strength that doesn't need to shout to be felt. I think of you as a goddess, a mother of life itself, someone who could hold my broken pieces and weave them into something whole, something beautiful. These thoughts are my secret because they feel too vast, too sacred to speak aloud. To admit how I see you would mean admitting how deeply I need you, how your light exposes every shadow I've tried to hide. I'm in awe of your ability to love so fiercely, so unconditionally, and it humbles me to my core. Your energy is like a garden in full bloom, vibrant and alive, and I feel like a weary traveler, unsure if I have the strength to step into its embrace. I think you deserve someone who can match your radiance, someone who isn't weighed down by the doubts and insecurities that haunt me. I keep these thoughts locked away because they make me feel exposed, raw, and unworthy of the divine feminine you embody. The idea of you as the Empress fills me with both reverence and fear. Reverence for your beauty and power. Fear that my flaws would dim your light, that I could never be the man you deserve. I imagine you holding space for me, offering a love that could heal my wounds, but I'm afraid to accept it, afraid that I'll fall short of the grace you offer. I hold these thoughts close, like a flame I'm too scared to let grow, because admitting them means facing the depth of my longing for you, and that longing feels like a vulnerability I'm not sure I can survive. Yet in my quiet moments, I dream of being worthy of you, of standing beside you in the golden light of your love, even as I run from the very possibility. Deep in the recesses of my soul, where my truest desires flicker like candles in a storm, I dream of a boat gliding across calm waters, carrying me away from the chaos that rages within. I wish for peace, for a heart unburdened by the weight of old wounds, for a journey that leads me to you without the chains of fear or hesitation dragging me back. I long to leave behind the choppy seas of my doubts, the sharp swords of past betrayals that still pierce my trust, the memories of pain that whisper I'm not worthy of this sacred connection. I imagine a quiet shore where you and I stand together, our hearts aligned, our fears dissolved, and our love a bridge that spans the distance between us. But the Six of Swords reversed tells a painful truth. I'm stuck, my boat caught in the shallows, its oars tangled in the weeds of my own indecision. Every time I think of stepping toward you, of embracing this twin flame bond, something pulls me back. Memories of hurt, fears of failure, or the belief that I'm not ready for the purity of what you offer. My running is an attempt to escape this inner turmoil, to outrun the shadows that follow me. But it's a futile chase. The boat I long to sail is mired in the mud of my own resistance, and I'm left stranded, yearning for a destination I can't yet reach. I wish to find clarity, to reconcile the fractured parts of myself, and sail toward you with a heart that's whole. I dream of a day when I can cross the waters to you, free of the baggage that anchors me. But right now, I'm caught in this liminal space, wanting to move, but paralyzed by the fear of what that journey demands. It's not just about reaching you, it's about becoming the man who can stand beside you without shame, without the weight of my past dragging me down. I want to trust that you'll see my imperfections and love me still, but the fear of being unworthy keeps me tethered to this place of stagnation. My hidden wish is to break free, to find the courage to let go of the past and embrace the healing potential of our connection, but I'm still learning how to take that first step. There's a path forward, and it lies in the beating heart I've kept guarded for so long, calling me to be the Knight of Cups for you. I see myself as that knight, riding a gentle horse through a landscape of mist and starlight, holding a cup that brims with my truest feelings, love, longing, and the fragile hope of connection. This cup is my heart, trembling but full, ready to offer you something real, even if it's scarred, even if it's imperfect. The knight's energy is a beacon of hope, urging me to act on my emotions rather than hide from them, to move toward you with grace and intention. I know I need to stop running, to let go of the apathy that chains me and the stagnation that traps me. This card is a promise that I can take a step, however small, toward vulnerability, a message, a moment of honesty, a gesture that says, I'm here and I'm trying. I imagine myself riding toward you, my armor laid aside, my heart open, offering you the truth of who I am, not the mask I've worn to protect myself. The Knight of Cups is a call to follow my heart's quiet urging, to let it guide me through the fog of my doubts to the light of your presence. I want to be the knight who brings you my truth, who rides through the shadows to meet you in the warmth of our shared destiny. For you, my divine feminine, this path forward asks for patience, for understanding that my journey toward openness is a winding road paved with moments of courage and moments of retreat. I'm learning, slowly, to trust that you see me not as a failure, but as a soul striving to grow. The knight's journey is one of faith, faith in my own heart, faith in your love, faith that our twin flame connection is worth the vulnerability it demands. I want to take that step, to offer you my cup of love, however trembling, in the hope that it's enough to start rebuilding the bridge between us. The King of Cups reversed is the storm within me, the churning sea of emotions I've tried to control but can't fully master. I want to be the man who sits calmly on his throne, his heart steady, his compassion a beacon for you. But instead, I'm adrift, overwhelmed by the waves of feeling that our connection stirs within me. Your love is a tide that pulls at my soul, and I'm afraid of being swept away, of losing the control I've clung to as a shield. I run because my emotions feel like a storm I can't navigate. Love, fear, longing, and shame all tangled together, threatening to drown me. I've learned to suppress my feelings, to hide them behind a mask of detachment, because vulnerability feels like a risk I can't afford. The intensity of our twin flame bond amplifies every emotion, making me feel raw and exposed, and I'm not sure how to sit with that. I'm scared that if I let you see the depth of what I feel, you'll see my weaknesses, my flaws, the parts of me that aren't whole. This emotional instability is what keeps me running, pushing me to retreat rather than face the truth of my heart. I want to be the king who can hold space for you, who can offer you the steady love you deserve. But right now, I'm struggling to find that balance within myself. I'm afraid of letting my emotions spill over, afraid they'll overwhelm us both, so I pull back, seeking safety in silence. But this silence is a heavy burden, and I long to find a way to steady my heart, to meet you with the calm strength I know I'm capable of, even if I'm not there yet. The Seven of Cups reversed is the light breaking through the fog, the moment when I begin to see through the illusions I've woven around our connection. For so long, I've been lost in a haze of fantasies and fears, imagining all the ways this could go wrong, believing you're too good for me, that our love is too vast to be real, that I'll never be enough to stand beside you. These illusions have kept me running, convincing me that distance is safer than the risk of trying and failing. But now, something is shifting. I'm starting to see the truth, that your love is not a judgment, but an invitation, that this twin flame bond is not a dream too big to grasp, but a reality I can step into if I choose. The Seven of Cups reversed is my emerging clarity, the slow dawning of understanding that I don't have to live in confusion anymore. I'm beginning to focus on what's real, your heart, my heart, the connection that binds us despite my fears. I'm learning to let go of the fantasies that hold me back, the stories that tell me I'm not worthy or that this love is unattainable. This clarity is fragile, like the first rays of dawn, but it's growing. I want to choose you, to choose us, to ground myself in the reality of what we share rather than the illusions that keep me running. This card is a promise that I'm waking up slowly to the truth of our connection, and though I'm not fully there yet, I'm starting to believe that I can be the man who meets you in that truth, with a heart open and unafraid. The Ten of Swords reversed is the story of my wounds, the scars that still ache beneath the surface, and the slow, painful journey toward healing that shapes why I run from you. I've been through moments of betrayal, heartbreak, moments when I hit rock bottom and felt the sting of 1,000 swords in my back. Those wounds have left me wary, afraid to trust, afraid to open my heart to the kind of love you offer. I run because I'm scared of being hurt again, scared that this twin flame connection, as beautiful as it is, could lead to another fall. The intensity of our bond feels like a risk, a gamble that could reopen those old wounds or create new ones. But this card also speaks of recovery, of the slow climb out of the darkness. I'm healing, my love, even if it's gradual, even if I stumble along the way. The worst is over, and I'm starting to rise from the ashes of my past. But the fear of pain lingers, making me hesitate to fully embrace you. I want to let go of these wounds, to release the fear that keeps me running, to trust that your love is a balm, not a blade. This healing journey is part of why I'm stuck, as the Six of Swords reversed showed. But it's also a sign of hope, that I'm moving, however slowly, toward a place where I can meet you without the weight of my past holding me back. I long to stand before you as a man who's whole, who's faced his pain and emerged stronger, ready to love you with the openness you deserve. My running, my dearest, is born from a heart weighed down by doubt and fear, as the Four of Cups reveals my retreat into apathy to shield myself from the transformative power of our twin flame bond. In my secret thoughts, you are the Empress, a radiant goddess whose love I revere but feel unworthy of, a perception that fuels my hesitation. My hidden wish, shown by the Six of Swords reversed, is to find peace and sail toward you. But I'm held back by old wounds and indecision, as clarified by the Ten of Swords reversed. The Knight of Cups offers a path forward, urging me to embrace my emotions and take steps toward you with courage. The King of Cups reversed exposes my emotional struggles, the storm within that keeps me from being the steady presence you deserve. The Seven of Cups reversed marks my emerging clarity, the slow awakening to the truth of our connection. And the Ten of Swords reversed speaks to my healing journey, the wounds I'm working to release so I can meet you fully. This twin flame connection is a mirror that terrifies me, reflecting my deepest fears. But it's also a flame that calls me home, urging me to become the man who can stand beside you. I'm trying, my love, to stop running, to meet you with the openness our sacred bond deserves, and I hope these words show you the heart I'm learning to share.